So you're thinking about getting the Amazfit Band 7, right? It promises a large 1.47-inch AMOLED display, 18 days of battery life, 120 sports modes, and built-in Alexa, all at just under $50. Sounds like a steal, but here's what surprised me. Despite all these specs, this fitness band might not be the perfect tracker you expect. In fact, there are a few real problems that you need to know before hitting that buy button. But before I spill the tea, let me ask you this. Have you ever bought a fitness band that looked incredible on paper but left you wondering where your money went? Well, stick around because in the next few minutes I'm telling you exactly why the Amazfit Band 7 might not be all it's cracked up to be, but also when it still might make sense. Let me start by saying, if you're a casual fitness enthusiast or someone who just wants basic daily tracking without fuss, this band could still be for you. But if you're a hardcore athlete, someone who likes accurate measurements, or wants a smooth experience, things get complicated fast. So what exactly makes this Band 7 both tempting and troublesome? Let's dive deeper. First off, the huge 1.47-inch AMOLED display is hard to ignore. It's 112% larger than its predecessor, the Band 5, which means fewer annoying scrolls through stats. Colors pop, brightness is decent enough to survive outdoor sunlight, and the always-on display mode is a nifty feature most budget bands don't have. And yes, there is a but. The touch response isn't as snappy as you'd hope, especially if you're coming from more premium brands. Imagine trying to swipe your stats and everything feels like molasses on a cold winter day. Not exactly the seamless experience advertised. And speaking of being on all the time, here's a little-known fact. The battery life length varies wildly depending on usage. While Amazfit claims up to 18 days on a single charge, fantastic on paper, the reality can be quite different. Especially if you use the always-on display with heart rate monitoring and Alexa enabled, you're lucky to hit half that. And for some, the battery saver mode's 28-day promise becomes a mystery because activating it means losing most smart features. So, you either get a smart but short-lived watch or a long-lasting dumb band. Maybe not ideal if you want the best of both worlds, but hey, maybe you like surprises. Now, let's talk sports. The Band 7 boasts an impressive 120 sports modes. That number alone sounds like a gym's worth of tracking. But here comes the twist. Many users and reviews report inconsistency in activity recognition and accuracy. For example, it might track your cycling perfectly one day and completely ignore steps the next. Swim tracking is supposed to be water-resistant up to 50 meters, thanks to its 5 ATM rating, but keep in mind you won't get a professional swim analysis here. If you're training for a triathlon or serious swim sessions, this band will likely disappoint. Still, if you're someone who enjoys trying various activities without obsessing over data precision, it's a decent companion. Health monitoring is another area where the Amazfit Band 7 aims high, but doesn't always hit the mark. It does offer comprehensive metrics like heart rate, blood oxygen, SpO2, stress levels, and menstrual cycle tracking. Sounds great, right? That's what I thought too. But when you dig deeper, not every reading is super reliable. Users have said the heart rate monitor can sometimes lag or give fluctuating results that make you question if you've suddenly become a medical mystery. Sleep tracking is similarly hit or miss, often confusing light and deep sleep stages or failing to detect naps entirely. So if you're relying on this band for serious health insights, be prepared to take the data with a grain of salt, or maybe a whole salt shaker. Now, the Alexa integration is an interesting touch because it brings hands-free convenience to your wrist. Imagine asking your band for the weather or setting a reminder without pulling out your phone. But here's a joke for you. If Alexa were any slower, she might as well be a carrier pigeon. The response from Alexa on this device tends to be sluggish, and sometimes commands simply don't register. For a device that's meant to simplify your day, this part can add frustration instead. On the bright side, the Zepp OS powering this band is lightweight and offers a mini-app ecosystem, meaning you can customize a bit and not feel like you're locked into a single experience. Just don't expect a full smartphone on your wrist. Okay, let's pause and imagine you're someone who's new to fitness trackers and just wants to upgrade from a basic pedometer or a watch that barely counts steps. This band might be right up your alley. It's stylish, has enough features to keep you motivated, and doesn't break the bank. But if you're a tech lover or a data junkie who needs accuracy and smooth operation, you might end up disappointed, like ordering a gourmet pizza and getting a greasy frozen one. Still with me? Great. Here's where the story takes another turn. Despite these issues, there are solid reasons why the Amazfit Band 7 remains a popular choice on Amazon with a 3.9-star rating from thousands of users. Its price point at $46.99 is unbeatable for a device packing an AMOLED screen, multi-day battery life, and an Alexa assistant. Plus, its design is sleek and comfortable for all-day wear. And while some features slip up, having over 120 sports modes is seriously impressive for any band in this price category. So who exactly should consider the Amazfit Band 7? If you fit any of these descriptions, this might be your band. You want a budget-friendly fitness tracker that looks modern and not like a gadget from 2010. You want to dabble in multiple sports tracking without needing pro-grade data. Or you want a daily health snapshot with quick access to notifications and voice commands, kind of like a smartwatch on a diet. Also, it's great if battery life is a top priority and you hate charging every single day. But be ready to accept occasional glitches and some inaccurate readings. Now, a quick story to wrap this up. A friend of mine bought the Band 7 hoping to replace his old band after seeing the dazzling AMOLED. He loved how big and vibrant the display was, and for casual runs it worked perfectly. But after a few weeks, he noticed his heart rate spikes didn't match his gym's treadmill readings. He even joked, "Either this band is broken or I'm secretly a superhero with an irregular heartbeat." Still, he stuck with it because the battery lasts forever, it looks good, and for everyday use, checking steps, sleep, and Alexa commands, it fits well into his lifestyle. So in the end, it depends on how picky you want to be. Before we finish, here's a quick joke to lighten the mood. Why did the fitness tracker go to therapy? Because it couldn't handle rejection, especially from its inaccurate heart rate monitor. Okay, one more. I tried asking Alexa on the Band 7 to tell me a joke, and she said, "Why don't you try me on a better device?" Harsh but honest. So what's the final word? The Amazfit Band 7 is a decent fitness tracker with some standout features, especially when you consider the price. However, it has its fair share of flaws: inconsistent tracking, battery life that varies with usage, and a somewhat slow Alexa experience. If you want flashy features on a budget and can manage a few hiccups, it's worth considering. But if you want rock-solid accuracy and the smoothest experience, you might want to explore other options. Still, for the price, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. If you're ready to give the Amazfit Band 7 a shot, check the link in the description for the best current price on Amazon. But remember, prices change fast, so grab it while it's good. And if you do buy it, come back and tell me what you think. Did it surprise you in a good way or leave you wishing for more? Don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this review helpful. Stay fit, stay smart, and don't trust every shiny spec sheet without the full story.